Raw Sports Radio, what's up with y'all out there? We back, man. Hey, y'all checking these games out tonight? You got Brooklyn playing the Cavs just so they can maintain that eighth spot in the East. Atlanta trying to catch them for that eighth spot. So if Atlanta catch Brooklyn for that eighth spot, that means they got to play two games. They got to and as high as they can go is the eighth spot in the East. But if they maintain that, if they win the game tonight, which I think they are, they up 74-69 versus Cleveland. That means they qualify to compete for that seventh spot. So that game is going on, and more than likely they'll be playing the Milwaukee Bucks. Let me turn this music down. Yeah, they be playing the Milwaukee Bucks, man. If they maintain, that seventh, well, the eighth spot, and more than likely they're gonna win the seventh and eighth matchup versus Cleveland. Yeah, let me check out this bracket right quick. Yeah, they're gonna have to face Cleveland. Loser of the seventh and eighth game faces off with the ninth and tenth spot, which is Atlanta and Charlotte. So the winner of that game plays the loser of the seventh and eighth matchup. So that'll be. I'm thinking Atlanta going. Of course, Atlanta going to take. They're going to take Charlotte for that ninth, for that eighth spot. What a ninth. Yeah, for the ninth spot. So yeah, man, them Hawks gonna wake up in the playoffs. Trust me. So then I'm predicting that the Cleveland and the Atlanta gonna face off versus each other, and Atlanta gonna take they're gonna beat Cleveland also. They're gonna knock them off for the eighth spot. They're gonna end up matching up against Miami, and then Brooklyn gonna match up against Milwaukee, like I was saying. Then you got the 4 and 5 spot with Philly and Toronto. Easy match, something to get their feet. Well, it ain't easy because Toronto, man, they hustle. They be balling, man. But you get my drift. Something to get their feet wet, get them warmed up for the playoff. Then you got Boston with the 3 and 6 matchup. So more than likely, I see. Who the winner of this Milwaukee Brooklyn matchup? I think that's going to be the they going to the championship. So you got with Miami and Atlanta. If y'all ain't careful, man, Atlanta might knock Miami out. Yeah, and then you got Philly and Toronto. Yeah, I think Toronto gonna be too much for. Philly gonna be too much for Toronto. I see them beating Harden and advancing in that series. Probably get them in 6 games. Might be 5. Who knows? I wouldn't. Um, and then you got that 3 and 6 match off Boston versus Chicago. I got that game in about. I got that in about six games because Boston they don't have the big man Robert Williams, but they do. Yeah, and Chicago got Vucevic, so it's going to be a problem slowing him down. Vucevic is a playoff type of dude, man. I'm telling you, he turned it on in the playoffs. So, it's going to be tough for Boston just to come through and Chicago and just knock off the Bulls without Vucevic. Say so, and then DeMar DeRozan he balling, you know, uh, and then he hit game winners against them. Then you got Zach LaVine. So I give Chicago the benefit of the doubt. I just think without consistent guard play and Lonzo being out, that they're not going to be able to advance. So I see Boston advancing in this situation, and hopefully by the time that around that 6th or 7th game, they'll have Robert Williams back. If not for the second round, then you got in the West. If you can see right here, you got the 7th and 8th game. You got Minnesota versus the Clippers. I know Paul George back. I kind of want to say they're gonna get it, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. What's going on, Ted? Straight talk.
What's good? What's good? What's happening, man? What's going on, bro?
Ain't a whole lot, man. You know, you know, um, just one of the last few nights wrapping up the season. You got tomorrow and Sunday, and that'll be the conclusion of the regular season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just play out bracket, man. Just light work. Ain't a whole lot to talk about, really. I, them last teams like I was going over the Nets. They just trying to get secure that eighth spot, so they don't have to play them 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
If they end up in the ninth spot, the highest they can get in the seedings is the eighth spot.
Oh, okay.
They stay and maintain that eighth spot, they can compete for that seventh spot in the East.
Got you.
Right, right, right. So
So
ain't really
basically, everything is all set up for the most part.
for the most part. So I don't know if you can see the bracket.
Yeah, I can see the bracket.
Okay, so let me go into it. So just just to go back. Well, let me go with the West first, and I get back to the East. But I just covered that. But far as the West Coast, I see the seventh and eighth spot now. That's Minnesota. Minnesota, Carl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, them boys,
Right.
you know. But the Clippers got Paul George back. And they
Yeah.
getting Norman Powell also.
Oh, okay.
And you got Rocco, which Robert Covington.
Okay.
So and Reggie Jackson. So how you like that matchup right there? Like
I,
who you giving the benefit of doubt to?
you know what? It's good that Paul George is back. Um, I don't know if he's going to make an impact like that. I mean, the last couple
Right,
of playoff series, he had some kind of up and down games. He wasn't as consistent, but and at the end he turned it up a little bit. But I like Minnesota. I I like the way Cat's playing,
right.
Edwards, and the rest of those guys are playing. I may give Minnesota the edge actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll go 6 games.
I can see that happening. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no
Yeah, because you
doubt.
got Reggie Jackson, you got Terrence Mann, he'll surprise you. But you got
Right,
Reggie Jackson, Norman Powell, Paul
right,
George. That's Marcus Morris, senior, and you got the big
right,
man,
right.
uh Zubac. What is his name?
Zubak. Yeah,
Zubac.
Zubak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zubac.
Zubak. Yeah,
Yeah, so they got a lineup now, but they ain't got what Minnesota got. Minnesota kind of they're a little more loaded with
yeah.
D'Angelo, uh Edwards, and Townsend,
I can see a
Carl Anthony
nice,
Towns.
I can see a
Hmm?
nice running up and down kind of playoff series, running up and down like exciting up and down, fast paced basketball.
Man, if they beat Minnesota, man, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little nervous because Phoenix don't really want that matchup because Kawhi probably be coming back.
Yeah,
So
I heard. I mean, we were talking about that briefly the other day. You said that he's been kind of getting up to speed with practices and all that.
yeah,
So that would be interesting if Kawhi come back. I mean,
man, I do not.
he's been off a long time, man. I think he can put it together in that short. I mean, he needs that time to get his legs up underneath him, man. Really, literally, and have real
That's
game situations.
that's what he been doing the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't want
yeah,
that
but
problem,
sim,
man.
yeah, but simulating one thing is not the same as actually doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. He's Robo Kawhi. They call him. So
Right,
you never
right,
know.
right, right.
You
Terminator.
know,
But
yeah, you know,
Kyrie came back in game form.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
No,
can
what I
happen.
well, listen, yeah, well, you know what? Kyrie wasn't coming off an injury. He was just coming off a situation where he just couldn't play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he was
That's the
working out.
difference.
That's the difference. Kawhi came off an injury that took him out for like 2 years almost. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Like I said, I think this is gonna be the best playoff games we've seen in a long time. I think it's gonna be very exciting.
Very competitive bracket. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
absolutely.
got Kawhi, man, like Chucky, man.
Yeah,
I'm
Kawhi is
telling
like
you.
that too, man. I mean, and you know what's funny about you just talk about Kawhi just briefly. You know the way he picks those spots from like the free throw line and those short extended jumpers, man. That he take, man. It's like as long as he gets to his sweet spot, he'll
Right.
kill you all. He'll kill you all night, man. He'll kill you all
All
night.
night. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
And then he plays defense. I mean, he's not as he's still a good defensive player. He's not like the old Kawhi, but he still can play some of the best guys in the league. You know.
Right. Yeah, because last year he had to step up and guard Luca just so they can advance, which I
Yeah,
could tell he didn't want to.
yeah. And
Hmm.
Lucas a tough. He's a tough out for anybody, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I could tell Kawhi didn't really want to play too hard on defense because he didn't want to, risk injuring himself.
Right,
But
right,
yeah.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, but
All right, so the winner of that game is going to face off. They'll face off against my son. So
well,
what?
like I
What? No,
said,
no, 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 no. I'm correction. The winner of that game, a face off versus the Memphis.
Memphis
All
Grizzlies.
right, all right.
Like I
There
said,
you go.
another series where you're gonna see some serious up and down basketball. And believe it or not, just to go with a quick prediction, I would take Memphis in that series. I think Memphis, John Moran's back, and the way that team is playing, I would take Memphis.
Talking about versus Minnesota, right?
Either Minnesota or LA Clippers doesn't matter.
Right, 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 right.
I
Yeah.
would take Memphis. I would take Memphis in that series.
Well, that's the second round. But what you
Yeah,
got? Yeah. But and you say you'll take them in what 6 games, 5 games?
you know what? I'm gonna say 5 games.
Right, right. Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna say
tough, man. They be
5 games.
balling.
Yeah, if they lose a game, I would be surprised. The way they balling right now with
Right,
Jackson, all those guys, Baines, all those guys, they tough, man.
right. What do you think about the ninth and 10th spot with the New Orleans and Pelicans and the Spurs? I
You
say,
know what? I like the
go ahead.
Spurs. I like the Spurs. I mean, if they playing with Murray, they playing some good basketball. You got one of the best coaches still in the league playing. He's a hell of a X's and O guy. So I would take San Antonio in that series.
I can't, bro. I can't, man. I can't bet against C.J. McCollum, Brandon Ingram, and you got uh the center number 17. What's his name?
Oh,
Valanciunas from
yeah,
yeah.
Valanciunas. Yeah, he's tough. And see, one thing about them, that's good to have him because he has that playoff experience. I
Hmm.
mean, he was on that. Well, actually, was he on that championship? Was he on that championship squad with
Nah, they
Toronto?
traded them to
They
Memphis
trade him. They trade him, right? Yeah, so he
for
wasn't there,
Marcus All. Yeah,
right? For Marcus All, right? So yeah, but that'll be something interesting for how Ingram will respond in the playoffs. They're not going to get this other guy back. He's going to be out for the rest of the season, I'm
yeah,
assuming.
Zion.
Zion is done. So you might even hear about him possibly getting traded when it's all said and done.
Right.
But yeah, I like San Antonio, and like I said, they Popovich will have his guys ready to go.
Yeah, Zion. Yeah, you're right. Just to go, piggyback off what you were saying about Zion, they was talking about him going to New York. So hey, if they were to make that trade, they could get back Julius Randle. Same like
Listen,
I think he could.
I I don't know, man. To me, it's such a question mark on Zion. Is he a talent? He's left-handed, can play, but I just don't know, man. The way he plays and to me, the weight that he's carrying, I just don't know, man. I don't know if this guy's gonna have a long
A
NBA
long
career,
career.
man. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's not like he can't play. It's how long he can play. That's to me. That's
Right.
the
That's
question
the
mark.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Yep. And yeah, availability is the best of ability. So
right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that's why I say the
So
Pelicans. It would be in the benefit of the Pelicans to trade for Julius Randle, and
that would be interesting because
maybe
now you have a guy who's a ball dominant left-handed guy, and you got a guy that Ingram who's trying to just establish himself as one of the players in the league. That's you got two guys playing the same position, so that's interesting. So we'll see
what two guys
you
playing the
got.
same position?
You got Ingram and Julius plays the same position
Mm-mm.
practically.
Nah, Ingram plays a small forward,
And so what's Julius Randle?
power forward.
Yeah, yeah. What powerful take a bunch of left-handed jumpers.
That's today's NBA.
Yeah,
That's
and
today's NBA.
I don't see nothing powerful when it comes to his game. I see
Oh nah,
finesse.
it's positionless basketball. I mean, but it's
Yeah, I see
you know, uh,
finesse.
yeah. I mean, you had people like Dan Issel back in the past taking jumpers like that. Keith Van Horn, all the guys.
Yeah, but those guys banging. Those guys were banging, Dave. Come on, they were banging.
Dirk was banging.
No, Dirk was not begging. Dirk was finessing him. He was shooting over him. He was taller than
Okay, well,
everybody.
what Dirk ushered that style in pretty much officially. Once the NBA went to
Yeah,
Euro style,
yeah. I
you
think I
know,
think I think Patrick Ewing started it, actually. I think Patrick Ewing started it.
yeah,
Patrick
yeah.
Ewing
David
started,
Robinson
started.
also,
You know,
and he could
I don't.
bang. Patrick could
I
bang. David Robinson could bang. That was the difference. But a guy who
yeah.
strictly relied on that, like, was Dirk.
Nah, Dirk finessed him, man. Dirk had that shot, man. That shot was a
It's,
killer shot, man. It was
he was
killer.
so tall, you couldn't really not like, just get to it.
Yo, KD is the same thing as Dirk was, but just could put
Right,
the ball on the ground better and faster. That's it.
right,
That's
right.
all it is.
Well,
Yep.
man, I say the Pelicans gonna take this one, and
Okay. I hear you.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, then they'll face off versus probably either the Clippers or the Minnesota. And if
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi is back, that's gonna be that's gonna be bad news for the Suns, man. But I say the Clippers will face off versus the
I would
Suns.
listen. I wouldn't
But
even worry about the Suns playing against possibly Kawhi,
I'm
because I
telling
just
you,
don't
man,
I just don't think he can get the rust off in that quicker time span. I just don't think so.
Kawhi is a professional, man. He knows what it takes to get that
Uh,
rust off, man.
Listen, I think Phoenix
Eh,
is coming off of last season. They got the experience, man, and they playing on also. I like Phoenix to play against to beat anybody coming from that bracket.
Kawhi in that gym right now with that WD-40 right now, getting that rust off him.
Yes, man. Yeah, you probably
he
right. You probably right.
I'm telling you, the Terminator, man. But hopefully, man, we can escape that. So, but that's the only team I'm scared of, to be honest with you, because of who they got on their team is Kawhi.
I think
Kawhi
you mean.
cancel anybody.
Yeah, Kawhi. Like I said, the whole thing is a question mark. Is he going to be the same Kawhi? We don't know.
Yeah,
We really
yeah,
don't
man. They
know.
say he even better. Jerry West said he even better. That's the thing. He said
Yeah.
he's gotten way better.
Okay.
So imagine that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see the work he did in shutting down Giannis when it mattered in that championship
Right.
run with Toronto. So yeah, I don't want to see that, man.
I,
Trust
I, I
me.
don't I don't think that'll happen now, but because the way they played last night against my Celtics, that's a whole different story. We'll talk about that later.
Well, that's the Celtics. Kawhi's
Oh,
a whole
here we
different
go.
piece. You ain't got no defender on that team in the caliber of Kawhi on the defensive end. Nah, you just
Nah,
don't.
well, you know what? Just briefly about that game last night. I saw the highlights this morning, and clearly,
It
what
was a good
came to
game.
haunt a good game. Smart played a hell of a game. Brown did. Tatum was out. Hartford was out, and Williams was out, and it showed up at the late of the game where they had nobody to stop the interior play of Milwaukee. So they were
Yeah,
too big. They were too big. They were too big.
yeah. Well,
So
look, like I said, I ain't trying to see them boys, but if Kawhi don't come back, I say the Pelicans gonna advance to the AC face off against the Suns.
nah, I doubt that. But let's see
You
what
got it.
happens.
Well,
I doubt it.
let's make a bet. No, I'm just messing. I know you ain't a betting man. So,
Listen, no, I have a bet.
oh yeah, well
Yeah,
let's
well,
put something up. Friendly 20,
it's yeah, we can do that. You know what I mean? Let
friendly
me tell you
20
something.
then.
They call me the Swami when I'm winning, and when I'm losing, they call me the Salami. That's it, man. That's what it's about, man.
Okay, so I'm saying the Pelicans go to the A spot. You're
So
saying
you
the
say, so you saying that I say the San Antonio is gonna advance to play against the next team in that bracket. I don't think the Pelicans
all
will
right.
advance. No.
Now, can I get a little cover on this bet? Like if Kawhi come back, can I avoid my bet?
Nah, Kawhi ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Kawhi got nothing to
Man,
do
if
with this.
Kawhi come in, he gonna change everything. Trust me, bro. I know this,
Listen,
man. I
listen.
don't,
I'm not. So wait.
all right, I'm gonna pick Pelicans. Ain't number 20.
Just pick the Pelicans,
I'm
man.
gonna pick the
Kawhi,
Pelicans, bro.
pick the Pelicans. Yeah, pick the Pelicans, man. I'm not worrying about. Listen. I just didn't think you're gonna get past the Spurs, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even thinking about Kawhi
Oh
and all the
hell.
other stuff.
Who
I'm
the
not worried
Spurs
about
got?
it.
DeJounte Murray? Like,
I
come
mean,
on, man.
they got some good guys
They
they
got
got some good role.
Keldon
Listen,
Johnson.
I just think that they're more put together than the Pelicans. Even that,
They
even
got
though
a
they got,
better they got a better
yeah.
coach.
Well, that's obvious. But even though you got
That's it.
McCullough, but I mean, come on, man. I think the team was a little bit more well rounded. The Spurs. I mean, I like the Pelicans, but I just don't think they. You got a bunch of question marks on who's going to do what in the playoffs. So
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
man. That 4 and 5 spot, you got Dallas and the Utah Jazz. Uh Currently,
Yeah.
they like, I think they 1 game ahead of Denver. So, but just going with what we have right now, I'm gonna take the Utah Jazz to advance.
You know what? It's funny you mentioned that, and I was thinking the same thing because I think Utah is one of the teams that people are sleeping on. And I was watching
Mhm.
this kid the other night, man. He put on the show the other night. What's his name? The guard.
Donovan Mitchell.
No, not Donovan Mitchell, man. The kid that actually played for the Cleveland
Oh, Jordan
Cavaliers.
Clarkson.
Oh, Jordan Clarkson, man, was doing some moves on him the other night, man. I just think that the fact that they got Gobert in there in the paint, I think
Hmm.
he's gonna cause problems for Dallas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
You
mean, don't get
said
me. Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I think they got Luca. Luca's a bad boy, but I just think that in order for Dallas to beat this team, they got to be shooting the ball very well every single night, and I just don't think they can do that.
Right,
Don't you can get his points no matter what and his assists, but can the
right,
other guys keep that pace every single night? I don't think
right,
so.
right.
You
Man,
know,
yeah, because you did say that about Utah. If we talked the other day, you were
right?
saying that you would choose Utah in a situation. Because we were
Yeah,
saying we'd rather the Dallas face off against the Denver Mavericks.
yeah,
So
yeah. And don't get me wrong.
Denver
I think
Nuggets.
I think with Dallas, man, it's like kind of like picking your poison because, like I said, right now, I don't know if I want even want them to play against Denver, man, because I think I'm
If
telling you, man.
Murray come back, right?
If Murray comes back, but just the way my man Slow Mo the Joker's playing, man. I call him Slow Mo. I'm telling you, man, that dude is just too much to handle. He's too much to deal with when he's playing and he's controlling the game.
Yeah.
So
Well, right now, man, you got the Bulls, man. They down. The Hornets up. They playing the Hornets, and the Hornets are up 90-53. They getting blown out right now.
wow,
So,
that'll be
I
two
mean,
games in a row that they lost.
yeah. So that's good news, man, because they securing that spot for the sixth spot versus Boston. So that
I
obviously
like.
they want your team, man.
Yeah, they don't want this. They don't want this smoke, man. They don't
they
want this
want
smoke, man.
they want the
Nah,
smoke with
nah.
y'all, bro.
No, they
I'm
don't.
telling you.
No, they don't. They don't
I'm
want the
telling you.
smoke, man.
Hey,
I
look,
like Levine and
who
them, but come on, they
who
don't want
down
the
there?
smoke.
Who if Robert Williams will come back, and I don't even think he can. Who gonna stop Vucevic? Vucevic is a whole nother monster in the playoffs.
Fool's,
Who gonna deal with Vucevic, man?
man, I don't know about all that, man.
I'm
Vucevic is
telling you.
okay. He's all right. He's
All right,
okay.
all right,
Listen,
man. Remember
man,
I told you.
that Boston
Remember?
team they played, that Boston team that if they played the way they played last night, even that Chicago team couldn't beat that smaller Boston version. So I know we're gonna be all right.
That's true.
And Tatum didn't even play last night.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I think we'd be all right. And they don't get me. I like Levine and DeRozan, but I don't think they have enough firepower for us.
And guess what, man? The Hawks are up right now, 63-60 versus the Heat.
Now you want
So
now
I
you
mean,
want to talk
60.
about
Excuse me,
you want to
66-60.
let me tell you something. You want to talk about another sleeper team in the East? Is that Atlanta Hawks?
Exactly.
You got to watch. Let me tell you something, man. You know Trey Young, man. If the game is close in the fourth quarter, I ain't betting against him. Mm-mm. Not with
Boy got
that. Not with
ice in
that.
his veins.
Not with that floater in that range. Mm-mm. I'm not. I'm not.
You
I'm not
ain't,
going
you, you
against him.
ain't you ain't going against Ice Trey, huh?
Ice Trey will put the ice on him. Put him on ice for
I'm
real.
telling you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So Mavericks, they out 20 points versus the Blazers, 56-36.
The Blazers are
So
getting ready for the Blazers are getting ready for next season.
oh yeah, man, they in rebuild.
Yeah, yeah.
They in rebuild mode.
I think Dilla played his last season as a Portland Trailblazer. I don't think he'll even be back there after he has a
Oh,
surgery and recovers. I think he'll be gone.
think so, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they looking they're gonna move on with Simmons and start building a team and stuff like that around those guys. I think.
Yeah. So the Nets, man, they down right now. Cavaliers up 88-87. They just closed that lead.
And
Uh,
the Cavaliers is another team you got to be careful with, man. They get the big boy back for the finger injury, and
Jared
and
Allen.
and and the other big kid. I'm telling you, they could be a problem. They got a very reputable team, man. You got to watch them.
To my Evan Mobley and
That's right.
right. And you got Darius Garland and
Hmm.
Karis LeVert.
Right. Yeah, Karis. That was a big pickup with Karis LeVert, right?
For real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget you still got marketing heated up from the outside, telling you.
Right. Right.
He get
Right.
hot from the outside, man. It's over for him.
Yeah.
I
No,
seen that a
absolutely.
couple years when LeBron was in Cleveland.
And another sleeper team people better worry about in that East. The East is, to me, the East is like is like a battle royal, man. Let me tell you something. You got to watch out for Toronto as well. They're playing some good basketball right now.
Yeah,
Sayah
oh yeah.
coming up, Sayah coming up. I'm telling you, they're playing some good basketball right now. So I tell you, the East is going to be exciting to watch, playoff
Man,
wise.
the Raptors, man, they just they need a big man. So I don't know
Yeah,
who they'll be able to grab in the market this off season. Maybe they might get Drummond if Brooklyn can't bring him back.
I
Oh,
listen,
even though you
Drummond.
say Drummond ain't a big man,
Nah, he's like a
I,
forward, man. He's
I
he's
don't
he's
know what a
like
big man
he's like
is
a
if Drum.
Drummond. Drummond to me is like a power forward. I'm serious. He's a
Oh
power
man,
forward.
wow.
I,
What do you define a big man as?
well, you know what? To me, a big man is a 7 footer, but who plays like a 7 footer.
Well, who's 7 foot in the NBA? Only one. Only very few are 7 footers.
That's what I'm saying. He's not. He's a
You-
forward. That's why he's a forward.
Joel Embiid 7 foot, but Jokic ain't. And we know Jokic is a big man.
Nah, man, but Jokic got so much in his
So
toolbox, man.
so
You
it ain't
can't even.
just
Jokic is a nightmare for even forward. So he's a nightmare for
what what
anybody, really, in the
what.
front court. He's a nightmare.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it can't be hype. I
But
mean,
then,
Bill Russell
but you
was a
can't.
big.
But yeah, but I'm just saying you can't. Say that. What you call it is on the level of this guy here. I mean, come on, man. He's the reason why he's being traded. You know what I'm saying? He's
Okay,
now.
so what about like people like Hakeem who was undersized centers? See they big man, but
Once again, you can't
they
compare
could
him
play
to those.
for us. Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm saying, but you can't compare because the skill set is totally different, man.
Okay,
Hakeem was an assassin. Come on,
so
let's
so
be.
what so what is a big what constitutes you as a big man?
A guy that plays in that position all the time he's on the court. He's playing. He's a true center. And you saying that he's Drummond is. I think Drummond is a true power
Jump.
forward. He. You know what Drummond reminds me of? Believe it or not, his game, and he's not
Oh,
as good as Karl Malone
Karl
to a certain
Malone.
to a certain degree. His game reminds me of Karl Malone.
Karl Malone, Drummond man, he stay in a dunker spot. That's pretty much the most offense he can provide for you.
Well, that's my
Yeah,
point.
occasionally he'll get a drive on you, and
Right.
sometimes he might even
Right.
surprise you and step out to the corner three. But
Well, that's
Drummond,
that's yeah. Well, that's the difference between
over ninety
Carl.
percent of his offense is
Right.
from under that basket, man.
Right. Karl Malone can run the pick and roll. He can dunk it on you. He can take it out further with the jump shot. He had a little bit more in his toolbox. Drummond, is like I said,
And
he's more of like a you know a guy that gets a lot of loose balls, rebounds. He's a guy. He's a cleanup guy. He's a cleanup guy, more or
definitely
less.
that sounds like a center to me.
No, 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 no. That could be a power forward. Power forwards usually be cleanup guys. Centers, they centers.
Yeah.
Like Turner is a real center. Turner is
So
a center.
Turner's a center.
Turner's a center. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, he plays like a four. He played like a four also. He's a stretch. He's a stretch five though.
Or he's a finesse center because he'll
Definitely.
he'll he'll take the outside shot on you as well, like you see right
Right.
there in the picture. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he shoot over anybody. You know what I mean? But
Okay. All right.
he plays defense. He rebounds like a center. So I consider him a center.
That's what Drummond do. Play defense, rebound like a center.
Yeah, but you ever heard this term? Offensively, he gets smaller. He plays
Yeah.
smaller.
They don't really give
That's
you much.
right. He plays small. He don't play his size. Like when you see a guy like Charles Barkley, for instance, he didn't play his size.
Nah. He
He
played
didn't
up.
play his. That's my point exactly. You know, and I'm not
Yeah.
taking nothing away from Drummond. I think Drummond is a hell of a player. I just
Yeah.
wish that he would be more consistent. And I'm quite sure he'll probably get to that point.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting, man.
Like this guy here is another true finesse center. Finesse. at the highest level, finesse.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when
Joel
it, because
Embiid, one of the
right.
best big men of the decade.
And the reason why I didn't really think that he was going to be that good because he was so injured at Kansas, they was like, "Oh, Joel Embiid." I said, "Damn, I never get a chance to see. Like he's always hurt." But
Hmm.
then when he started to play, I said, "Okay, I see what they're talking about now. This guy got a lot of skill."
Yeah, but he definitely played at Kansas though.
Yeah, but he once he started hurt, I think he hurt his back in Kansas. I think it was when he played in Kansas. He hurt something, and he was out for an extended period of time, man. You know, but he got it together. But he still was a high draft pick, and he still played well. You
Yeah, he
know,
played. He played next to uh Andrew Wiggins in Kansas,
right,
and he
mhm,
participated in 28 games. So that
right.
he wasn't injured in college.
No, but his first season, he was like he. I mean, he played what 2 years, right, or 1 year?
He
He
played
played
one
two
year.
years. He played one
He,
year. Okay.
yeah, yeah. He ended up. He played 28 games that year, and then it was the NBA probably during the off season or somewhere around the end of the year. It might have been
But
when
most,
he
let me
got
ask you a
injured.
question: was most of his games going towards like the tournament, like his conference games? Because I'm telling you, he missed a lot of games in college. I remember him missing a few games in
He
college.
look when he played 28. That ain't missing a whole lot. Yeah, he played
Well,
28, but I think he
well,
got injured more, towards the end of the year.
okay,
Definitely, he was injured during that off season. So
yeah.
something happened.
So,
Something happened.
but yeah, but like I said, but he's having an MVP season now, man. He's still in the MVP conversation, so we'll see what happens if he can win that award.
All right.
You know. And I'm looking at this thing here. But I tell you one thing, I
Yeah, but
watched that
go ahead.
Milwaukee Buck squad. That Milwaukee Buck squad. I'm telling you, man. I was watching that game last night, man. It like they all on all cylinders. Bobby Portis, like you was talking about it the other day.
Hmm. Yeah, remember I told
Young,
you that he was gonna light
yeah.
him up from that corner.
Yo,
That three. That
Lopez
remember.
lit him
Remember I
up.
told you that the other night that Bobby
Yeah,
Portis was gonna stand in that. He was gonna get in that corner and that wing and light
yeah,
them Celtics up. Man, I'm telling you, and that's
yeah,
exactly what happened. He
yeah.
kept
That's
help
exactly
hitting
what he
those
did.
crucial hit shots, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah, did it. And I'm telling you, Lopez, man, you can see the difference when Lopez is healthy. That team is playing. I mean, even
Right,
Lopez was dunking the ball, and he's another. He's a true center, but he's a finesse center. He's another
right,
finesse guy.
right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
See, Giannis feel a lot better about Lopez being behind him. He know
He
exactly
don't.
how he play, how he
He
close out.
yeah. He don't have to do too much.
Yeah, it's pretty much his own at that point. He ain't got to cover
Yeah.
the whole floor.
And don't forget about Middleton. Middleton's another guy who's
Yeah,
another good option, and you got a Holiday who's one of the best defensive guards in the league. So
all
yeah,
right. They got
absolutely.
a great defensive team, two-way team,
That's right.
man. And they
Absolutely.
stretch and all they big stretch the floor.
That's right. Now the kids,
Yeah,
can they put it together? They're healthy now. Can they put it together and win the Eastern Conference and try to
yeah.
make another? I don't know. We'll see.
Can they beat KD and Kyrie? That's the question.
Right now, to be honest with you, I think they could, based on just what I saw, the other couple of nights, and just the way sometimes the Nets be struggling. I mean, they did beat the Knicks the other night. They came back and beat the Knicks,
Right.
but they need to play defense. I don't know where they're going to get it from. Go to the store and get it. Go outside the park. They need to find some defense because they're not. I mean, KD and Kyrie can outscore anybody, but
or
and they
they can
can't
go
get
to
it.
the end of the
What?
bench and get it from Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons might be coming. Don't be surprised if Ben Simmons be ready to
He's
go,
out.
man. I think he'd be ready to go, man. I'm hoping he is because they can sure use his defensive prowess. I can tell you that.
If Ben Simmons playing, they coming out the East.
Oh yeah, I can see that absolutely. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So man, you got a nice matchup there. At 3-6, your Celtics versus the Bulls.
Man, that's gonna be light work, man.
Yeah. So we cover that. All right. Yeah.
That's
And
gonna be
then
light work. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So when Robert Williams coming back?
That's the $1 million question. I have no idea with that meniscus. I don't know. They taking it real slow. Harford didn't play the other night, and they had Tatum out. I don't know if it's for rest reasons, but
Hmm.
we'll see what happens. I'm quite sure they'll be at hopefully full staff. You know what I
Right. And
mean? And
and I bring that
yeah,
up to say, so if y'all advance, y'all probably be facing off against the Nets again, which y'all match up better versus the Nets. I think.
yeah,
Well, I don't
too
know.
small. If Williams is not back, we got Harford. May have a slight advantage with Harford, but it's too small. It's small ball. Basically, it's small
Yeah.
ball. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
It'll
I'm
be
telling you,
interesting to
man. Don't
see.
be surprised if Jason Tatum go off, because I know they're gonna meet the Nets in that second round, unless it's. I mean, even if they face Milwaukee last night was a good telltale sign, because I mean, shit, they held their own without Tatum, without
That's
Robert
what I'm
Williams.
saying. That's what, and see
That was
that
impressive.
let me tell you something. And see, and just think if they did have, I see, say Tatum didn't play. If they had Horford and Williams, they probably would have won that game last night without Tatum, because Brown and Smart went off last night. They went
Right, but
off.
they're
They
gonna
had a
need
hell
that
of a
kind of
game.
effort. They're gonna need that
Right.
kind of effort
Right.
continuously from Smart.
And that's the only reason why I was even entertaining possibly trading Tatum at the time when they couldn't play together. But I know Tatum's the better player. But Brown is very explosive, man. Very
Yeah, yeah,
explosive.
yeah. That's a Brown is a very good number two to have.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean
Exactly.
he he do the things that Tatum don't do. Play the
Right.
defense.
Exactly.
Facilitate. Sacrifice his scoring just to facilitate alongside Marcus Smart. So
Exactly. Right. Nah, absolutely. So,
yeah.
that's what I see. So, but I think the playoffs is gonna be good. And you got Philly. Philly, we'll see what happens with Philly, man.
Oh yeah, I think Philly advanced. You know what I'm saying? I got them advancing in that round. Going to the next round, it'd probably be a rematch. It'll be a good series if they face off versus Miami. Miami and Philly in the second round. That's gonna be a good matchup.
yeah. I mean, you talk about
Jimmy Butler versus James Harden. Bam
nah.
versus
That's what I'm
Bam.
saying.
Yeah,
That's what I want to see. Bam versus Embiid.
Embiid. There you go.
That's what I want to see.
I want to see James Harden versus Jimmy Butler.
I think, listen, man, Jimmy Butler, man, is one of those gritty guys, man. I like the
Yeah.
way he plays, man. He plays good defense. He's a good offensive player. But I'm telling you, one thing about Harden, if he has one of those explosive first time playoff situations, you never know, man. I don't know. That's a tough matchup.
So you saying Jimmy can't? He won't be able to hold up against James Harden.
I think one of those young guys be able to deal with James Harden. You got to deal with Hero.
Man, you
Yeah.
sleeping on Butler, man. Butler, you shit. I mean, I
Listen,
know he ain't
Butler's
the
tough.
same Butler from the Bulls, but Butler
Butler's
went down
tough, but
down there in
yeah.
Houston with James Harden in his prime and shut him down basically.
Yeah, but that's what
That
that
was
what
years ago.
that's what I'm saying. That was years ago. I don't know if he
Yeah.
can do that now. I like
And
I
but
like Hero. I like Hero. Hero's tough, man.
and Butler can, he could put up the points also to negate some of the scoring that James Harden gonna
Oh
bring.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So and then you got Bam and Embiid down there in the paint.
Right.
So I mean, I know PJ Tucker gonna be involved in that. Embiid ain't gonna get all the, I don't know. He might get the calls. If he get the calls, then
Well,
Philly probably can make it up out of there. But
the
if
key
he
the
ain't getting the
key
calls, I see Miami advancing.
the key to Philly is not so much that Embiid is not going to show up. He's going to show up. All
Damn
right.
right.
It's whether it's going to be about Harden, Harris,
Right.
Maxey, and those
That's a
guys. Can
fact,
they?
bro.
That's what it's going to be about. Can those guys step up to the plate and be
Right.
consistent? That's what's going to be about.
And if we had to roll the dice, I probably roll the dice on the Miami role player stepping up opposed to
Oh,
Philly.
Miami
Because
guys, they come ready
Harris
to go.
Harris is like he MIA sometimes. I'm like
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
he's
of
he's
times.
yeah, and depending on the matchup with Philly Green, sometimes he has to have room to get that shot off. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
You said who was Green?
What you call it? The shooting guard for Philly, the forward. What's his name? Is it Green? Right. Yeah, it's Green, right?
No, I don't,
No, what's his no
nah.
no? What's his name? What's his name?
Oh, you talking
No,
about the shooting guard, Danny Green?
Danny Green. Right. His name is Green. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, the shooting guard. I was like
Yeah,
Green, the power forward.
yeah,
I'm
Green,
like,
Danny
who's
Green. Well,
that?
he plays. Sometimes he plays forwards. He
He's
plays.
like a
He
nine
could.
five. He's like a nine factor, man.
Well, he plays these. This
He's
thing he's
over
known
the
for his
top, man. He
defense.
washed up.
Wow, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
all that,
yeah,
but
he
he.
washed, man. He
Damn, I
washed.
would I would say that about him, man. I think he's a good role player.
Yeah, he's a good role player. I mean, I guess he's knowledgeable, but he washed up, man. I
But let me
wouldn't.
tell you, so I would leave Mope for that three. I tell you that much.
Nah, I definitely would.
Really?
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't leave him open,
Oh,
like you
okay.
said. I
Oh,
agree
okay.
with
I
you.
would. Yeah, because he can hit that shot, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
remember, he won a championship with the Lakers, so you never know.
I mean, you got Tyrese Maxey,
Right.
and James Harden. They're gonna come. They're gonna bring it. But the question marks is I mean, excuse me, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. But the question mark is James Harden going? Is he going to show up? And
Well,
and Tobias Harris going to show up?
Harris, to me, Harris is the key to that series. Is Harris and Harden? They're the key to that series because Harden, we know sometimes he can have a disconnect. You know, he
Especially if
has.
he down there in Miami
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
partying.
yeah, yeah. Well, listen, man. You know, to him, they got better strippers down there. I guess I don't know.
Right. And I,
You know.
Harden, man, something else. But Miami, like you said, you got Tyler Hero, and if Duncan Robinson come alive, it's gonna be they're gonna have their work cut out for him. And then you got
Oh
Kyle
yeah.
Lowry at the point guard position also.
Right.
And
Right.
just think
Is
about, and I ain't even done. Just the fact that I ain't even done. I'm still riding off players. You got was Victor Oladipo
yeah,
coming in. And he drop
yeah,
he dropping buckets.
yeah,
I'm telling
yeah.
you,
He,
man. Philly don't.
yeah,
Philly
yeah,
got it. I'm telling you, Philly probably get bounced, man. I'm telling you, because if you
yeah.
got to depend on Harden and Tobias, you in trouble.
Right. Right. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, Harris, the Tobias got to show up, man. You gotta be that guy to give them an extra point. 'Cause like I said, you might have a down night with Harden. We know MB gonna play every night. You know, he's gonna bring it every night. So I
hmm
don't think it's gonna be an issue with him. But then again,
yeah.
Bam Adebayo might make it tough for him because Bam is another tough center.
All right,
Another
and
guy
like you say,
he's a forward playing center.
that's a fact. But and like you say, man, that's where the honeymoon ends down in Miami.
Well, yeah, yeah. I told you they had the honeymoon phase, but now it's like, okay, I'm living with you for a while now. What are you gonna do?
All right, that negative energy from James Harden gonna come out. Trust me, watch.
I hope
We,
not,
we
man.
we we know Philly got the better talented, the more talented players,
Let me just
but
say this: if this doesn't work out for Philly, if Harden doesn't play up to expectations, it's gonna look bad on the organization because then it's saying like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have got rid of Ben Simmons. We should have worked with him a little bit further.
Yeah, nah, this guy's gonna be in denial. He gonna bring his old team back. Trust me. He gonna go after Robert Covington in the offseason. And next thing you know, you're gonna start seeing all these Houston players pop up in Philly. You're like,
Oh
damn.
man,
Stand in the corner,
jeez.
guys. James Harden
Wow,
system. Dribble, 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 dribble.
man. Listen, I can
I can try
tell
to.
Maxine's getting on, but Green and those guys, I don't think they like playing with Harden, man. Because he, like you said,
Right.
dribble, 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 dribble. Look at
Yeah.
me, dribble, 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 dribble.
Yeah.
And they look at him like, damn, man, we ain't moving the ball around. But he comes in there to do. And obviously, Doc Rivers and the staff understand that. So we'll see what happens.
Yep. But just to finish out the West bracket, so like I said, I got in the 4 and 5 spot, I got Utah advancing. Then you got the third and sixth spot, Golden State versus the Denver Nuggets.
Mm,
I think Golden State can advance if they, Curry coming back. Yeah, they advancing. I mean, you're gonna have a rusty Jamal Murray. I ain't putting my
I,
money on him.
I don't know, man. I think Denver can get them. I don't think Klay Thompson is playing the same. Um, I think they can be got. I mean, I think the key to
Hey,
Golden State is
I'm
is
putting
the guys.
a dove on it, man. I'm
Okay,
putting a dove on it.
that's fine. That's all good. But I like the Joker, man. I like the Joker in that series. Golden State is good. They're not. I don't know if they're gonna get the big guy back yet. But the key to this series is
What?
can those guys pulling them play up to expectations as a
Ah,
forward
man,
playing
Poole
championship
gonna bring
squad.
it. Poole gonna bring it.
Yeah,
You gonna
we'll
have
see.
Curry, Poole, and Thompson putting on the show out there on the perimeter. And then
I don't know
Draymond
about
Green.
I don't know about Clay. Clay ain't back yet. I'm telling you, Clay had one of those games yet. I don't think he's the same. And let me tell you something. Poole
He
has a
already was
great.
in the media talking shit, saying that don't jump all
Well,
y'all
well, that's
bandwagon
and that's
fans.
and that's
Huh.
another thing too, man. He used to be a real quiet, subdued
Yeah.
kind of dude. All of a sudden now he got to do all this talking. Now I'm not buying it, man. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm not
Right,
buying
right.
it,
People
man. I'm not
change,
buying.
man. People
Yeah,
change.
yeah, yeah. I think he's trying to build himself up. But I'm telling you, if Poole has a good series, yeah, Clay might be out of Golden State. You never know.
Hey, damn. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think so, bro. Nah, they ain't get rid of Clay.
Okay. All
Right, right.
right.
You might be right, end up being right, but I doubt it. But
If
you
he
know,
ain't
you
playing, I don't know.
Hey, you know, man, they need a big man. That's what Golden State to deal with Jokic. They're gonna have to have a big man.
they need the big boy back that's hurt. Well, I don't know how is he coming
Yeah.
back? Oh, he's
But
out for the season.
even he is can't, you know what I mean? Yeah, that would help because they're gonna have to double Jokic, Draymond in the center. So what's the center name? Number 5,
Oh, you
from
talking about
UCLA.
Looney?
Yeah, Kevon Looney.
Looney. Yeah.
Bro,
Well,
I ain't really. I think Denver gonna have that front court matchup. They got that. But
yeah,
I
I
think
think
Curry and
yeah.
them they're gonna have to negate it with that
Listen,
perimeter offense.
if Porter and Murray was playing, I would take Denver easily in this series. I would take them.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
rusty
Murray,
rusty Jamal Murray.
listen, I think Murray. Listen, let me just say this. I know we talked about Kawhi coming back
This
and
ain't the
Murray.
bubble.
I'm telling you, I think Murray will be more. I think Murray will be more effective coming back than Kawhi Leonard. I'm just going to put it out there.
What? Man, Kawhi Leonard,
Yes,
this ain't his first injury. This kind of like Murray's first injury. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
And I think
Certain people used to it. Jamal
right.
Murray ain't really used to being coming back from injuries like this, so it'll
He's
probably
been
take
out.
him some time. But
Yeah, he's been
if he
out.
was healthy, I would not bet against. You know what I'm saying, Murray.
Yeah, he's gonna be healthy, man. He's been out for a long time. I think also he'll probably have a better comeback than Klay Thompson because I think Klay, I think he's back, but
Mm,
I just think something's off about
still
him.
hurt. Yeah.
I don't know if he's still hurt, but if it's a mental thing, but I still think his body's responded in the way he would like it to.
Right. Well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
we'll see.
yeah, I got Golden State facing off against Memphis. So if they
That's
don't have
easy.
if they don't have James Wiseman back, I got Memphis advancing.
Oh, hey, easy, man. With John Morant, listen, understand they were beating teams without John Morant, so and they were beating teams with him. So that's saying a lot. So I would take
Oh,
Memphis as
excuse me.
well.
I meant to say James Wiseman. If they don't have James Wiseman back, I'm saying I'm picking Memphis.
Even if James Wiseman come back, I think Jackson will have the advantage
Okay, all right. That's yeah. I can see that.
because Jackson's having a hell of a season.
It
Not for
can go
nothing.
either way. You're right. I can see that.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
but if
Wise
they face Denver, uh, they're gonna have a problem, man.
Denver. Anybody playing against Jokic is going to
I
have a
don't think.
problem.
Yeah, I don't think Memphis can match up well against Jokic, man. Denver. I mean, they can try to get him out and get play the
Well,
transition game, but
they do match up better with. I mean, the Jokic is not. I mean, Memphis does match up pretty well with them because they got Adams. Okay,
oh yeah,
you
you
feel
right, you
forget
right.
about Adams.
I
Yeah,
forgot about that. So that changed everything. Yeah,
that
I still
changed
got him
everything.
advancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
still
got.
got him advancing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Denver would rather play Golden State as opposed to Memphis.
And look, I'd rather like I said, if Wiseman come back and we get even just the Wiseman from the rookie year, I got Golden State going to the Western Conference Finals, matching up.
Good.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
about
I got
that.
Phoenix beating Utah or Dallas. No matter. You know what I'm saying? I got Phoenix advancing, of course. So I got Phoenix and Golden State if Wiseman is back. If not, then it's going to be Memphis.
Listen. Let me just say this. I don't put this out there. I know I'm just throwing stuff out there. But if somehow if Steph comes back and even if the big man for Golden State comes back at some point, if Golden State make it to the finals against Phoenix, I'm taking Golden State.
You take yeah.
I'm taking
Yeah,
Golden
look, and
State.
look, I seen it up in
I'm
close in
taking
person.
Golden State.
Somehow, man, Golden State be having Phoenix number. I don't know how, man, but
Yeah. I think Steph will have the advantage over Chris Paul, and I like Chris
Chris
Paul,
Paul, right?
but it's for some reason, Steph got the advantage over that matchup right there. So
Yeah, I don't know how, man. I be like wondering, like,
now
damn,
my now
Steph
my
Curry ain't even have Klay Thompson when they beat Phoenix,
yeah,
and
that's
they was going, yeah, man, and he ain't had nobody with him. He had none of his dogs really, and
I'm
still
telling
beat
you,
him. I'm like,
and they
damn,
got a
he
really
the nemesis.
one thing about Golden State when they play that like Princeton, offense, man,
Mm-hmm.
it looks really good. The backdoor cuts and
Right,
cutting the screens. I mean, they look really good.
right.
So yeah, I would like Golden State in that series if
But
they
you,
would have match
but
up.
so you got Phoenix advancing to the Western Conference Finals.
Right now, I do. I think Phoenix is the team that's going there with everybody healthy, and they are, using Anton Ayton a lot. I like to see that. I like their chances because they have the experience now from last year.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton. Yup. Um. All right. Like I said, and I got either winner of the Milwaukee Bucks going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think Milwaukee is probably the favorite right now based on what I saw the last couple of nights and how they're gearing up and ready to go. But like I said, the Eastern Conference is a toss up, man. I think is a lot of stuff going on there. It could be anybody in the East, man. We don't know what Philly gonna look like. We don't know what Miami's gonna do. My Celtics, provided we get everybody back except for Williams, um, it's a toss up. And Atlanta, I'm just throwing teams out there because
Yeah.
Atlanta's a team they beat Philly. I mean, so last season, so yeah, it's a toss up. And let's
And
provide it.
they on that bracket. They on that side.
And not only that, but if somehow Philly can get, I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Nets can get Ben Simmons out there, hey, you never know.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah. Brooklyn. Yeah. If they get Ben Simmons, they going to the championship. They going. I don't give a damn
yeah,
who they facing. They winning. But yeah, like so, it might end up being another rematch between the Suns and Milwaukee Bucks. Also, if Brooklyn, I don't know.
if
It's
if
tough,
if,
man.
if, if the Suns play the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals, I got the Suns winning the whole thing, winning the chip.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Because
the
of the
Suns.
adjustments, right?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
think I think they had a lot of experience and learning how to deal with situations like that coming into this season. I think they're gonna make the adjustments. I think Coach Williams is a hell of a coach. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, and I think they have a lot of depth on that team as well. They can match up depth wise with Milwaukee.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm going for them anyways. But you were saying if the Suns face up against Golden State, you got Golden State going to the championship.
Yeah, I got Golden State beat. I don't think
Ver-
they match up. I don't think they match it well with Golden State.
versus Milwaukee Bucks.
Right. Right.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be crazy. You
Yeah.
know, but all right, man. We got to revisit this Sunday and next week,
Oh
man. We
yeah.
got to stay on top of
Absolutely.
this. See how
Absolutely.
things play off, man. I think the playoffs start on the 16th.
Okay, sounds good. I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll get back to it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and
Absolutely.
wrap this up, man. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. Hit that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm and get the videos out there. Subscribe and stay and hit that notification bell. Put it on all so you can stay in the loop. And we out. Raw Sports Radio. We out. Go check out Straight Ted on Facebook.
Absolutely. Salute, y'all. Have a good night.
All right, salute.